Like, the thing is, the head chopper gets in the way a lot when you're playing solo, because there's not many places you can put it where it will, 1, kill zombies, or 2, not get in your way. There's also the thing that if you're forgetful like I am, and you're not like the best zombie player in the world, you might actually forget where it is, and then you could run into it when you're having a daring escape, and that could put an end to your run. It probably wouldn't put an end to your run. You'd probably be alright, because you got the revive perma perk. But it would put a damper on things. And obviously you've only got 3 revives. Even with all the setup in the world, you still only have 3 revives. So you're still only going down 3 times. And to lose one of them, I guess at this point, losing one isn't the biggest of deals. But what happens in zombies, as I'm sure most of you can attest to, is you go down once and then the spiral happens. The spiral is averted a lot by the fact that we have the keep your perks when you go down thing. But because part of the spiral is you either have to risk your life going to get all your perks, or you just don't have your perks. And the problem with not having your perks is you don't have Jug, so you're probably going to go down again and again and again. So the spiral is real. The only thing with this is you will have to go through the ghost house, which gets increasingly more difficult. But obviously, the end game here today is round 30. Not saying we're going to get there, but if we do get there, that's the end of the run. I'm not going past round 30, most likely, unless I'm feeling very frisky, because it's quite late tonight. Some will say we're over halfway there. I would disagree. Over halfway there would be like around 25. That would probably be halfway there. Probably 20's halfway there. I don't know. 30's not as daunting as a task as it used to be. It used to be really daunting. But it's a 2-hour, 3-hour investment, probably. Maybe a little bit less than that, actually. Depends. Can't remember how long it took me last time I got to 30. It was a couple of weeks ago. And it was, I think I got to 27 recently. And that was like an hour or 2 investment, or probably longer than that, probably 2. But that game started as a quad and ended as a solo, so it's not the same as starting as a solo and then staying as a solo, which is obviously a lot quicker than starting as a quad, because quad zombies is harder. Even if those guys did drop out, the first couple of rounds, or the first 15 rounds were done as a quad, which is why. The other buildables, the trample steam is almost unequivocally useful. It's like 3 damage, and it can't really do much damage to you. Marshall will swear otherwise, but as long as you place it right, you're not going to be thrown randomly into a zombie horde. And I got no quibbles with the trample steam. It's a pretty useful piece of kit. I think it's pretty much just universally useful. I'll probably end up building it. The subsurface resonator is useful, but situational when you're not camping. And can honestly, the subsurface resonator can do you a bit of damage if you're kiting, because it slows you down. I don't know. And obviously you've got the power turbine, which goes hand in hand with the subsurface resonator, because you need the power turbine to power it, and that's all the power turbine is pretty much good for, because this map doesn't have EMP grenades, so you don't really need to power your perks up if someone EMPs them by accident, which is the other use of a turbine in everything else. Obviously, Transit also has the Easter eggs, and a couple of other things, and Pack-a-Punch, which you need the turbine for, but for the most part, the turbine's only use is the subsurface resonator, which, to be fair, is not the worst of only uses, but is still, if you can't defend the 2 of them together, the zombies are going to take them out one of these days, and it's not going to take that long. And if you want to keep them working, then you also put a time investment into building them. I'd say it takes a good 2 or 3 minutes to build those things, and you've got to get some sort of time return out of them, I'd say, to break even. And I just don't think they have the kind of see, the thing that they could possibly do is oh well, you're saving a minute or 2 here and there on your round times, and I'd be well, maybe, but again, the subsurface resonator is probably not going to kill that many zombies, and then you got to go get another one, and when you're going to get another one, you're not kiting, which means you're not killing zombies, which means the round is taking longer. Yeah, that's kind of a thing. People People will say to me, "Oh, well, you're spending all this time thinking about these zombie strats. Aren't you wasting time thinking about it?" I don't tend to think about zombies when I'm not playing zombies. Like, that's one of the things. Is like zombies is so mindless that you've got to think about something when you're playing it. So what I often find myself doing is thinking about zombie strats while I'm playing zombies. And so all these things that I'm doing now, all these time savings, all this like, should I build this? Oh, it's going to waste time. All that has been thought of during a zombies game, you know? I haven't spent hours mapping this out or anything. I've just been like, should I build this? I've gone and built them. Most games I take a crawler at the end of a round and I'll go and build all the buildables, but just the only reason why I'm not doing it, I just think it wastes time, and especially for a YouTube video, I feel like I owe it to you guys in some ways to try and get through this as quick as possible. You want to see a good run? I don't blame you at all for wanting to see a good run. So I want to show you the best run I can possibly do. And the best way to stay interested for a full run is to make it as short as possible. So that's what I'm going to try and do for you here today. Get to around 30. That's the aim. I don't do it often. I've only got to it 2 or 3 times on this map this last couple of weeks, because I just haven't had the time to dedicate it to it, and I only bought it on Steam a couple of months ago. I've had it on Xbox 360 for a while, but you know me, I don't like to play on the consoles, especially first-person shooters. But now that it's on PC, I play it a lot more. It's a zombies game. It's one, zombies has always been, I think I've said this to you guys a lot, one of those games that I can just play when I want to play, because it's a mindless game, so it relaxes me. So I play it a lot more on PC. At the same time, though, I do play it a lot more on PC, but doesn't mean I play it all the time, so I don't have that many around 30 runs. Hopefully we can do a good one today. I like explaining things too. I think I was thinking about doing a tutorial series for zombies, and I still might, because this kind of tutorial took me like 20 minutes to explain all I've explained today, and I still haven't explained the intricacies of most of this map in that good of a detail, especially like the duplication glitch for the money. I think I could have probably explained that a little better, and I might do so later, but depends. That would be a waste of time again, because I don't need it. That's the thing. Like, when I went and did the duplication glitch earlier, that was for my personal usage, because having a full bank is useful not only for YouTube videos, but also to actually play the game. So that's why I did that. Going and doing it again would be irrelevant to me, because I already have a full bank, Oh, no, nobody there dropped zombie goop, really? Alright. So something I haven't really talked about is the paralyzer as an oh shit button. As you can see, let's say I'm in danger. Oh no, zombies! Safe. You still got a few issues to deal with, but right there I saved myself, it's got a reasonable charge on it, so you can do it for a while. It's, the paralyzer is awesome. It's by no means the best power weapon of all time, just by, like, in terms of usability. It doesn't kill zombies in one shot for a long time. It doesn't kill massive hordes and get you out of tight corners, because zombies can't attack you while being hit by the paralyzer, so it's not the best of oh shit buttons. But in terms of like maneuverability, it is the best weapon in zombies history in terms of maneuverability. And for those wondering, what made that crawler, buddy? You haven't been using any really explosive weapons. It was paralyzer. Paralyzer can make crawlers. Anything else? Oh yeah, the paralyzer. Oh, good old shit button. It's one of I think it might be my favorite weapon in zombies history, just because of the shit you can pull off with it. I haven't opened a door. Oh yes, I have. I've opened a single door, I believe, which was the door to the manor, the Pack-a-Punch manor. You can get through this entire map opening one door with the paralyzer, I believe. I'm trying to think of another one, but it's the manor door. That's it. The paralyzer, if you get it early, is a point saver. It's cool, and it helps you set up early. It's really awesome. One of my favorite weapons in zombies history, if not my favorite weapon in zombies history. It's just so awesome. Ooh, max ammo. Look at that. Needed that for my Galil. Oh, the lamentation of your women. Love that. I like Misty. Misty's a good character. As you can tell, by the way, Buried is not only a good profitable map because of the ammo glitch. Because of the point duplication glitch. It's also just a profitable map. I've made 40,000 points, I think, in 10 or so rounds. Good runs on this map can probably net you 100,000 points in your bank maybe. I did spend 30,000 points getting set up. But, you know, obviously, point duplication glitch can net you infinite amounts in your bank. And for those of you wondering, yes, I was that nerdy to try and see how many points I could accrue using it in person, because obviously 250,000 is the maximum you can store in your bank. How much can you as a person hold? The answer is 1 million. Once you get 1 million points, the game no longer counts you as getting points. Yeah, that's it. 1 million points is your maximum you can hold. A lot more than, obviously, I've got right now, and probably a lot more than anybody can really accrue getting to the rounds 30 to 40, which is probably, like, high-end. Now, if someone gets to 40, even, like, the best zombie players got to admit, that's a good night, you know? It's not world record night, which is probably what they aim for most nights, but it's a good night, you know? There's nothing wrong with that as a night. So that tends to be my, like, yeah, if I get to round 30 and I haven't got those points, fair play Treyarch, I understand why you put that cap in, or, yeah. But still, I was kind of wanting to be the guy to post screenshots on Steam of just, like, bajillions of points that I've accrued. I want that double points. You guys know me. I'm not going to fire another bullet till I get that double points. Because I'm that 10-point whorish, even at these rounds. Uh-oh. Bad decision, should have had the ray gun out. Aha! I did it! I said I wouldn't fire another goddamn bullet until I had that double point. And I am a man of my word. I hope this is recording, because this has been a good sesh. If not, it's still been a fun afternoon. My microphone's on. The shadow play symbol is up. So I would be very shocked if it's not recording. The only thing that could fuck me is Audacity. As Audacity has had a tendency to do, although it's gotten a lot better recently. I say recently, it's been years. I should stop dogging on Audacity. Not only is it a free program, but also it's gotten a hell of a lot better and a hell of a lot, like it was a while ago. You know, I say it's gotten a lot better recently, and I've said that for a couple of years. Like, Audacity is a good program. It updated itself well. It used to be a little inconsistent and unstable, but now it is a very good program. If you're a budding YouTuber out there and you're on Windows, I don't really know what Mac and Linux, if they can use it as much as well. But if you're on Windows, sorry, I shouldn't say Mac, because Mac can use Windows. iOS and Linux, if either of those users, I'm not sure whether Audacity can use it, can use your operating system that well. But if you're on Windows and you want to have an audio recording program, there's nowhere else you need to look. Nowhere paid, nowhere free. Other than Audacity. It's free and it's great. It's genuinely, if I had to pick a program that had the least problems for the best price right now that I've used in my YouTube history, it's probably gotta be Audacity. Like, there are some programs that are better, but they're more expensive, and there are some programs that are cheaper. Yeah, there's some programs that are just as cheap that are shit. So, yeah, Audacity used to be an unstable piece of shit that was useful because it was free, and now it's actually useful because it's useful. I'm not sure, like, I'm touching wood here because I'm not sure whether we're going to get there tonight. We probably won't because I'm stupid, but I don't think I've ever in this Random Zombies series, if anybody's ever followed this series, which I wouldn't follow this series, by the way, because it's so freaking inconsistent. But if you have been following this Random Zombies series, I'm not sure whether I've actually uploaded a round 30 run on it yet, because a lot of the times when me and the boys are recording, we don't really go for a round 30 run. We've done it before, but probably not recording, because, like, that's our luck. But usually when we're recording, we're just screwing around or we're playing with randoms, and so the joy of it comes usually from our conversation. What I like about this commentary so far is I think I've kept, like, for the first time in years, I've kept a good conversation up about the gameplay. So I guess I should start analysing kind of this map and what I think about it, because it's actually one of my favourite maps in Zombies. Not just Black Ops 2, but in Zombies. Why is that? First of all, people like to do well at the game. At least I like to do well at the game. Maybe it's an ego thing, but I like to do well at the game. So my strategy is running a route, running a circle, as I guess criticizers of the style would would call it. My style is to run a circle, and this circle right here, there's another one over there, down over there that Reese likes to run. The only reason I don't run it is because this route gets a lot less traffic in multiplayer, and when I'm playing multiplayer, I'm support, and so I usually don't have the tools to kill zombies efficiently for 4 or 5 rounds, which is, I guess these days isn't a good barometer of when you'll get a max ammo, but obviously back in the day it was dog rounds, and so you knew that at maximum you were going to wait 5 rounds for a max ammo. So you wanted a weapon that, worst case scenario, could kill zombies for 5 rounds without running out of ammo. And so that's kind of like my style has evolved from there, and the ray gun is probably what, I'll usually in multiplayer on this map, I'll usually have a ballistic knife and the paralyzer. On other maps, I'll usually have the ray gun Mark II and the paralyzer, and the ray gun Mark II and the ballistic knife, because the paralyzer is not on every map. And the ray gun Mark II is great at killing things and clearing out paths to revive people, but isn't fantastic at killing things over the course of 5 rounds, because it's going to run out of ammo. The Lamentation, however, combined with a ray gun Mark II, or combined with a paralyzer, can kill things. And honestly, the paralyzer is pretty good at that. I just don't use it that often. Probably because it's less oh shitty than, if I had shot those 2 zombies with the paralyzer, they would not have died as quickly, for one thing, and they would have hit me while I was shooting them. That's why this gun is actually, this gun and the AN-93, by the way, is very good at what it does. I'm actually going to get the AN-93. It's just cooler. In fact, I might put this, one of the cool things, I barely ever use the fridge, because, I've got an upgraded weapon on round 1 anyway. I guess it's a cupboard on this map. But one of the things that, the weapons cabinet or the fridge or whatever it is on your chosen map is great for is putting a weapon that you can rely on in the early rounds, because then you can just go get it on round 1, get it out, and have it to defend yourself. A Galil with over 200 rounds of ammunition, even if it isn't at full ammo, which is the hesitation I usually have when it comes to putting a weapon on the cabinet, is, it's not at full ammo, people aren't going to be as, I'm not going to, it's not going to be as useful to me when I pick it out. But a Galil with 200 rounds of ammo is going to get me exactly where I need to go, and then if I get a max ammo, even better.